Jane in the film Spider-Man 2. She's struggling with her feelings for Peter Parker, played by Tobey Maguire, but his secret superhero life is always ruining the moment. Take a look.
Kiss me.
Kiss you.
I need to know something.
They were this close to a kiss. Please welcome Kirsten Dunst. Chills, that film. I got to see a sneak peek of it, and it is good.
Yeah, it's good, but like half of that wasn't even me, you know.
What do you? There was some boy in a blonde wig?
Not a boy, actually a girl, a really like strong, you know, buffed out stunt woman.
Really?
Oh, how disappointing. Here I am thinking that Spidey
Some of the stuff I can't do. Yeah.
Kirsten,
you don't want me to injure myself.
No, we don't want you to get hurt.
we don't.
We were talking earlier today about, we talked a lot about weight.
Right.
How teenagers are perceiving it now and what they're doing. I'm sure it's also in a totally different place when it comes to Hollywood. It takes it to a whole new level. I mean, weight gain and loss is headline news when it comes to Hollywood.
I know, it's so sad that like Us Weekly, I mean, the celebrity, interest, and today I had somebody outside my window of my hotel room. I mean, it's just incredible, but for me, I think it's
Bill Getty keeps hanging out there. It's so wrong.
I mean, I think it's so much sexier when a woman like eats. I love food. I like enjoy food. I mean, I'm 22 and I've never had a baby. You know what I mean? So obviously I'm young. I have a good metabolism, but like, I just think it's sexier to be like a woman on screen and not, and have boobs. Like, you know what I mean? It's so much sexier than like a stick figure. I don't.
Well, it's getting worse, it seems.
And guys don't even want that.
No, they don't.
They don't even want a girl like with nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's.
Well, they don't even care if the boobs are fake. As long as they're there.
As long as they're
They
there.
don't care.
That all to me is so weird.
It's weird. But what happens, in Hollywood, in the business, where you have young girls who are feeling that pressure constantly. Celebrity magazines, celebrity shows, all of that stuff.
I know. I haven't felt it because, I am young and like my body's fine. Like I don't, have problems yet, like watching what I eat so much. I mean, I try to eat healthy, but I would hope that I would be respected for my acting more than, what size I am. I mean, like, Kate Winslet's a gorgeous, voluptuous woman and like an amazing actress. And I
look at all the great
Kate
she got.
Winslet than just like eye candy on screen, like ready to fall over and die,
Right. We're going to talk about talent. And speaking of your talent, Spider-Man 1 was a huge hit. I mean, $820 million that movie made. It was the fifth, in the top 5 grossing films of the year. But you say Spider-Man 2 is even better. And I know I can say that for myself because I saw it. But why is this so much better, do you think, than the first?
I think it's just a lot more emotional, the romance. Everything is just more complicated in the film. And the special effects are better now because they gave us a lot more money, to invest in the, what I mean? Because of the success of the first, they gave us a lot more creative freedom. And I don't know, me personally, I felt like the 4 years from doing the first and the second, I'd grown up a lot too. So my confidence and like my sexuality and just as an actor, and it just made me so much more of a equal with Sam Raimi and so much more of a creative collaborator on the film that I just felt like we all, I think, did a better job.
Does it scare you at all to be such a big star at such a young age? We always hear about young people in the business and how they handle it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, because you're getting to be a really big star.
I know, it scares me a little bit, actually.
Yeah, you're only 22. I mean, I was married at 22. That's scary.
You started young. You were 3 years old when you started.
Young. 3 doing commercials and stuff like that, which I personally wouldn't do with my kid, because you're not a kid long enough, and now I have, responsibilities that 22-year-olds it's just like.
So do you have regrets about it then?
I don't have regrets because I wouldn't be, who I am or whatever, and I think that I've learned a lot and it's put me in a place, and I'm happy in the direction that I'm going, so And I feel like this is something that I really do love and was meant to do. But you know, if it wasn't, if I figured out what
would you have your child go through?
Never.
That's the answer.
I would never do it.
Because it's stressful on a kid.
But you wouldn't stop them,
It just makes things complicated. I wouldn't stop them, but at 3, they're not going to be
They don't even know.
You know, I mean, kids want attention and love. You know what I mean? So performing for people and getting that love, but you should get that love with sitting on the couch, you know, vegging out in front of the TV.
Unconditional love.
Yeah. And I mean, I always went to normal schools. I always had that part of my life, but I definitely, you know, it makes for complicated relationships. And just like, you know, at college, you're supposed to have this growing period of like getting to understand how to deal with money and all this stuff. And I was kind of like slapped in the face with it. And now it's so difficult for me.
I mean, you just graduated from high school a few years ago.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's it. And you said that school was a scary time for you. Why was that?
It wasn't scary for me. I just, you know, kind of blended in because I never wanted to be, you know, I was such an easy target. You know, and I have great girlfriends who are still my girlfriends now from like 6th grade or whatever.
An easy target because of your celebrity, you mean?
Yeah, because, you know, I could easily be like, oh, Kirsten, she's such a bitch. Or you know what I mean? Like, I'm such an easy target. It's true. So I would just like kind of blend in, get good grades, like didn't really make a fuss, was nice to everybody. You know what I mean? Because the slightest like me, like, giving attitude to anybody else, and then I would be, you know, torn apart. Even, you know, even doing TV shows or whatever, every little thing I say is pretty torn apart, you know?
Right. Not to mention in high school.
And your love life is torn apart.
Everything, everything. I mean, I'm 22 years old. I'm allowed to like make mistakes and you know screw up. I'm not trying to be a role model for anybody. You know, like that's parents' jobs. I don't. You know, I'm just trying to grow up myself.
And you're allowed to have one of the cutest boyfriends I've ever seen.
I do have a very cute boyfriend.
So, you know, you read some of this stuff and you're not sure if it's true or not, but I read that when Toby was having some back problems, they actually considered Jake to step in for Spidey. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, it's true. I mean, you read about it everywhere. I'm not going to, like, cover it up, obviously, and lie. But
that would have been freaky.
It wouldn't have been so good.
Why?
Because like there's already enough attention in my relationship and the dog and and he's always an Us Weekly, the dog. But
it's your child. If they didn't, if you had one, they put them in there.
Yeah, I guess. But
have you ever done anything with Jake?
Oh, work? No.
He's a serious actor, Jake. He's very good.
Yeah, he is very good.
He was in
the two of you together. I would love that.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
Oh, I'd love to work with him
too. 2 good actors together on screen would be nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Toby's a good actor, though. And,
Toby's a great actor. I love him.
And like, I would rather do something else than Spider-Man. It just would have made such a spectacle of the relationship and like take away from the movie. It would have been
a lot of pressure.
It would have just been like working with your boyfriend.
A nice low-budget indie.
Yeah, or a play, you know.
Well, we were just getting into it. I'm glad you're sticking around. Yes, she is. Kirsten Dunst is sticking right here, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
By the way, John has seen my show 5 times. Harry has seen it twice. Aunt May has seen it. My sick mother got out of bed to see it. Even my father. He came backstage to borrow cash. But my best friend, who cares so much about me, can't make an 8 o'clock curtain. After all these years, he's nothing to me but an empty seat.
And we're back with Kirsten Dunst. You're giving him a hard time there, but in the first Spider-Man, I would never forget that upside-down kiss between you and Tobey Maguire. So sexy. It looked like so much fun.
It wasn't very sexy to shoot.
No?
Oh, it was like 5 a.m. in the morning on the back lot. I was so cold. It was so unromantic.
I was like, get it over with.
I was like this in between takes, and they're like, okay, action. I'm like, I love you.
Speaking of kisses, you in an interview with a vampire, you had a kissing scene with Brad Pitt, and you were 11.
Are we really still talking about
that? Yes, of course we're still talking about it. I mean, you were 11 years old, Brad Pitt.
That's old news, Elizabeth. Oh my God. That's
not if you've never kissed Brad Pitt, then it's right there on the front.
I was like
I know, well, whatever.
You were 11. You know what? Quit bragging, okay? So now we read that when you start a new movie, you actually get into a panic attack.
You know
Is that dumb? Is that true?
Is it true?
I said, like, I was when I was doing movies back to back to back to back, but now I'm actually like enjoying things more and learning how to just soak up the moment. Like, I was usually really nervous at premieres, but this Spider-Man premiere, I was so chilled out and just like really just everyone else like, oh my God, what's happening here? And like, I'm like, yeah, I'm really good actually. But you know, those newscasters try to like get you in this frenzy with them kind of, it's so weird. I'm like, chill out, man. They're like, and the fans, I'm like, yeah, my dress is blah. I'm like, yeah, and I'm trying to talk to them like a human being, and they want you to be this like cartoon character with them or something. It's so weird. So I could really observe now. I'm like learning to really take back and observe.
And when you start the movie, is the director involved? Like, if the director is nice to you, then you feel more relaxed, right?
Oh yeah, when they're a fan of yours.
What if you have a nasty director?
What do you do?
Then you got to deal with that, you know. I mean, you just every movie you have to deal with different kinds of egos and different, you know, it's always kind of a new family, a new thing to deal with, always obstacles. But like, I always try to incorporate those obstacles in the role that I'm doing and just try to use it all. I always try to just use it for what, you know, the role or whatever. And I mean, the movie I'm going to start now, I've never done so much rehearsal, and it's so amazing because it's like working it out like a play. We actually go to the place we're going to shoot. We're in Louisville, Kentucky right now. And so we're going to all these great places, and so on the day we'll just, you know, be there and not be afraid to try and.
Is that the part of the process that you like the most, Ashley? The beginning, when
no, I like the shoot. I love getting all. Yeah, I mean that's the best part. I mean, doing that, it's become such a different thing for me when I was younger, and doing back to back is when I used to get really anxious about things because it's not really. You got to live your life to be a good actress.
You're not just an actress, you're also a singer. You made your debut a few years back, and then you've sung in 2 of your movies.
Oh yeah.
Could you see you segueing into that as a career? No.
I mean, what actor do you really take seriously who becomes a singer? It's kind of ridiculous. I can't think of anybody.
Liza Minnelli.
Oh, well, yeah, but
of course she
was a singer first. She was a singer before she was an actor.
You know, like you wouldn't take me seriously if suddenly I was like, what, you know, like doing my thing in a music video.
Because you do things sort of at a high level. When you do it, you wouldn't go out there.
And that's why I wouldn't do it, because I don't feel like
you'd have to be as good as Julie Andrews.
But you're mature to know your strengths.
I would do a musical movie maybe, but I wouldn't. You know, have the ego to be like, yeah, and I can be a singer too.
A new pop star.
Yeah, right.
You just bought a house, right?
Yeah, I did.
Are you finding it hard to make that clean break, leaving home and starting your own nest?
I was really ready, so it was about time. Like, I didn't have, you know, the 4 years of college break, so for me it's about time. I'm doing it, you know, really when people are graduating, so I was really ready for it.
Ready for it.
What's your taste? What's your style in your home?
My home is kind of very white and very open and lots of light. I love lots of light. It's all open, big spaces, and it's a small home. It's like 2-bedroom, but it's just, it kind of looks like, it's like nice walls for art and stuff like that, so I love it.
You know, it's so interesting. I've read and seen all these magazines. Premiere, you're on the cover. Vanity Fair, you're on the cover. All of the movie magazines, you're on the cover of everything. Vogue, you're the big monkey man. Everyone says one of the sexiest, most beautiful, most stunning women in Hollywood.
That's because my movie's coming out, Star. Whoever movie's coming out next week, they're the sexiest. You know, they always talk you up at the beginning, like she came in wearing a blah 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 and sat down with elegance, but totally made up and blah blah. You know, it's all BS.
And that's exactly where I was going. You are hilarious. Because you don't think you're sexy. You're like, you know what, I'm doing me.
I'm learning to like feel my sexuality, but you know, I don't. It just
you
doesn't
need to
come.
take one of those pills like the rats, and then you strike a pose.
Oh God.
You know?
Don't you think all of your movies are bad though? I heard a quote from you that you think, they're bad.
No,
okay, good. I'm glad that's not true.
No, not at all. I mean, there are certain movies that I'm more proud of than others, and so it's hard to look back on your work and know that you've evolved a lot. And sometimes it's almost like watching a home movie of what happened behind the scenes during that scene. So
do you watch yourself?
I mean, yeah, I watch the movies that I do. I don't watch it like at home, you know,
Constantly
late night,
over
you know,
and over
like,
again.
oh, it was great in that show.
You did 4 films this year. You did Mona Lisa Smile, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Spider-Man, and then the upcoming Wimbledon.
Yeah,
which
I know.
So that's a lot, but
Don't get sick of me, please.
But you said you're going to take a break, or you're slowing down?
Yeah, well, I'm doing this movie. I've been off since the fall. Now I'm starting a movie, and then I have the whole fall off, and then I do a movie next spring. So
favorite thing to do. And what do you like to do when you're not working, just kicking it?
Just like be with my girlfriends, be with my animals, go out to lunch. Nothing crazy, you know. Just hanging out at home. You know.
You've signed on for Spider-Man 3, correct?
Well, I had to sign for the third one when I did the first one.
Okay. And what about a 4 or a 5? Would you be interested in that?
I don't think so. I think you got to leave it while it's good, you know?
Yeah.
Leave while you're in love with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and it's
you can't ring it out too much.
Smart.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a wonderful. The sequel is so great. It's really,
I'm
really
really proud of
wonderful.
it. It's a good
And good luck
movie.
with the new movie. And who's the director on that one?
Richard Long. Oh wait, Cameron Crowe. The
new one that you're doing?
The new one's Cameron Crowe.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Isn't that
really cool.
You work with a lot of slugs, you know, I tell you. You're a wonderful young woman. You're head on straight. Our thanks to Kirsten Dunst. Spider-Man 2 opens everywhere tomorrow. We'll be right back.